Hey, this is Gecko Mayhem. This is episode 2 of my TBC anniversary series. The moment you step through the dark portal, you're not met with the peaceful remnants of the once verdant planet Draenor. You're not even given time to catch your breath. You're dropped straight into a war zone. Hellfire Peninsula doesn't ease you into Outland, it throws you into the fire. Sometimes quite literally. For returning players, Hellfire is likely to elicit a wave of nostalgia. For new adventurers, it's something fresh and different. New enemies, new landscapes, new challenges. As I said in episode 1, Alliance players hop on a bird and fly out to Honor Hold, ready to begin their new questing journey. Here, they are surrounded by familiar yet uncertain allies. Horde players fly over to Thrallmar, ready to leap into the fray and lend their strength to the frontline soldiers trying to keep the Legion at bay. These faction outposts aren't just bases, they're footholds in a shattered world, barely holding back a major threat. You'll start off near your stronghold, but soon find yourself being sent to broken terrain swarming with demons, fell orcs in ruined camps, and haunting remnants of Draenor's past. Alliance will wind up out on a floating island, ready to take the battle to the nearby Legion camps. They will eventually make their way west to the Temple of Telhamat, a Draenei settlement in brief respite from the horrors of the rest of the zone. Horde will also brave fell cannon fire to figure out what the Legion is plotting. They will eventually make their way to Falcon Watch, a Blood Elf tower surrounded by the dangers that never cease in this fell-corrupted zone. You'll encounter desperate goblins and meet the first of many Outland factions you can earn reputation with, the Cenarian Expedition. You'll fight Hellboars, Sandworms, Ravagers, Rockflayers, and hulking colossi. Hellfire isn't just about kill quests and parts gathering. Underneath it all, there's a story unfolding, Legion corruption, faction infighting, and ancient power buried beneath the red earth. Some quests will challenge you early on. Even at level 60, everything hits harder and has much more health. The increased challenge clues the player in to just how dangerous this place is. Some quests are better saved when you've gained a level or two, but the flow is good and you will have plenty to do, plenty to uncover as the narrative builds towards something bigger. Hellfire Citadel, an imposing structure built to span the two sides of a great chasm, the scar that runs through the middle of Hellfire Peninsula. This massive structure dominates the skyline of Hellfire. It houses 3 dungeons and a 25-player raid, each with its own deadly threats. Hellfire Ramparts will likely be your first stop, a fortress packed with fell orcs and fire. It's fast-paced, chaotic, and the perfect challenge for your first dungeon group. You'll face 3 bosses in here. Watchkeeper Garglemar, a brutish fell orc whose minions will do their utmost to ensure his survival. Omor the Unscarred, a Doomguard-like demon who summons fellhounds. Vazraden and Nazan, an orc and his dragon. Watch out for Nazan's flaming breath. After mastering the ramparts, you can head into the Blood Furnace. This dungeon lies deeper in the Citadel, where sinister experiments hint at what's to come in Outland's darkest corners. The second Hellfire dungeon also boasts 3 encounters. The Maker, an abomination of a demon, wielding some serious weaponry. Brogok, a floating eyeball that wants to melt you with its pools of acid. Calidan the Breaker, an insane fell orc who must be cold because he just wants you to come closer. Calidan isn't there by chance. He's Magtheridon's jailer. If you look down when you enter the room, you'll see the mammoth pit lord chained below, demanding to be released. As you scour the land, fulfilling quests that yield excellent experience and powerful rewards, you'll want to look out for Fell Reavers. You can't really miss them due to their size and the way that the ground shakes beneath their very footsteps. Yes, I mentioned this in episode 1, but I want to avoid you the embarrassment of being surprised by something 20 times your size. Every zone in Outland has its own tone, but Hellfire makes one thing clear. Survival here is not guaranteed. It is raw, brutal, and unforgiving, and just the place to prepare you for what is to come. This is what makes Hellfire so powerful as a starting zone. It's a landscape of broken promises, corrupted power, and constant conflict. You're no longer just adventuring, you're part of something much bigger, and this is only the beginning. From here, your journey will take you to new zones, each very different to the previous, with its own challenges and storylines. You'll delve into new, exotic dungeons that tie into the aesthetic of the zone they're attached to, and everywhere you go, you will uncover more of the story that starts right here in Hellfire Peninsula. In episode 3, I'll continue this journey across Outland. I'll look at each zone as well as its dungeons and provide a taste of what to expect as you familiarise yourself with the strangeness and overall impressive nature of what this expansion brought to World of Warcraft. If this is going to be your first time experiencing TBC, I'd love to hear what you're most looking forward to in Hellfire Peninsula. If you're coming back to experience it afresh, let me know in the comments what moment defined Hellfire Peninsula for you. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Thank you for watching, enjoy your time in Hellfire, and I'll see you beneath the giant mushrooms of Zangar Marsh.